Hi friends, it's Ashley from Ashley's Paper Heart, and today we are going to be journaling in my main journal, my Hobonichi cousin AVEC. This is actually from December, so what you're seeing now is I guess, last year's journal. So I first start off with doing some hand lettering about like highlights of the day in the week section, and I'm using the Sailor Shikiori brush pens. And what I love about them is that they have a dual side. So you have the brush side and then you have like the fine tip on the other side. So I use the fine tip to write any like little notations that I want to remember. Um, and I love those brush pens. Honestly, I need to replace mine because I have kind of like worn them out. I guess that's the one downside to brush lettering pens, that eventually, because of the way that they're used, they will wear out. And I've had mine for probably close to 2 years now, so honestly it is time to replace them. So now I'm kind of like stickering all the stickering. Is that a word? I guess it is now. I am putting stickers in all the like little empty spaces. That's kind of like what I want to like to do in the weeks section. I want it to be like just filled to the brim with stickers and my writing, and I really don't like empty spaces in the weeks section. So now I'm flipping to the next day, or to the day that I'm going to be journaling. And so I had an idea that I had these labels that I had been holding on to and really didn't know what to do with. I think they were like a free gift with a purchase that I got from a vintage ephemera Instagram store. Sorry, it's like my brain's like thinking what to say. So I had been wondering what to do with them because like they're very plain. And I thought, well, why don't I just kind of make my own ephemera out of it, and I will collage on it and stamp on it and, just make something out of nothing. And I had a really good time doing that. So the tree stamp that I use is from one of the LCN collections from last year. It was maybe in like spring or fall, I think. I really love those tree stamps. They're really beautiful. And so I also pulled out some other ephemera that I had been just like hoarding, I guess. I found this like envelope full of little like vintage ephemera pieces, and I'm like, why have I not used this? So I decided that, I'm actually going to use it. I'm not going to just hold on to it because I think it's pretty. So the previous day, the kids had gone to see Santa, like Santa style party, I guess. I don't know. Um, One of the indoor play places that our nanny takes them, they were hosting like a Santa meet and greet kind of thing for the kids. And so my daughter like begged and begged and begged. She wanted to go so bad. And this was the first time that they have ever seen Santa in person. So I said yes. I couldn't say no. And honestly, I probably should have said no because I think we all got sick after that. Um, but the kids had a great time, and I had so many photos that I had printed out using the Canon Ivy that I just got, um, that I just kind of like transitioned some of those photos on to the next like few days after that. And they're so fun to look at. The kids had so much fun, and I love seeing my kids happy. So, story time about the 15th. My husband, so he was off for pretty much the entire month of December. He had like so much PTO at the end of the year. He just was forced to take a month off. And so my husband and we went to this little cafe near our house, one that we hadn't been to. It was like a brunch cafe. The food was okay. It was kind of expensive, but it was okay. Anyway, we were sitting out on the patio, and then all of a sudden we hear this loud bang and like commotion from one of the tables behind us. And one of the boards that was like on the overhang of the patio had fallen on top of someone. And it wasn't like a small board, it was like one of those like 2x4s. Like it was big and heavy. And I was like, what the heck? Luckily, the guy that it kind of like fell on, I think it like hit him on the arm or something instead of like the head. So he was fine. Like the management came out and they were like freaking out about it, and I don't know. The table that board fell on, they did not move. I would have moved. I would not have wanted to continue sitting there and eating my food. But they continue to stay there. They're braver than I am. And I was just like, man. And luckily, like my husband and I, we were sitting, like they had the patio, part of the patio area with like a tent kind of thing. And so we were not sitting anywhere underneath the awning with the boards. So it's just like, oh my gosh. I think because the weather had been so like rainy the days before and it was cold, like I don't know, maybe the boards and the nails were like expanding and stuff and it just like loosened up. I don't know. I don't know. But that was pretty unsettling and I'm really glad that no one was hurt. Hopefully the restaurant at least comped their meal. I don't know. It's wow. Yeah, it was very jarring and more so for the people that the board fell on. And honestly, I don't know if I'll go back there. And I know it's not the restaurant's fault, but I'd rather not risk it. So on these pages, I am really trying to use up a lot of the Christmas ephemera that I've accumulated over the past couple years. Because I didn't do December daily this year or in 2021, I have like barely put a dent in the Christmas ephemera that I have kind of gathered. So using up these little stickers and stamps and things, and hopefully next year I will have time to do December daily because I really miss not being able to do that. So did you guys do December daily in 2021 or were you just too overwhelmed with all the stuff that went on? Um, I'd really like to know because I feel like I saw a lot of people do it this year, so I definitely had FOMO. So now that we're getting towards the end of the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hopefully will be doing more journal with me's in the future and kind of like ramping back up to post on a regular basis. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment and subscribe if you like what you see. And I hope to see you back soon. Bye.